Start. Hey guys, it's Reveiw again. I found a little bit more bonus time on my Thanksgiving break, on my day of Thanksgiving. By the way, happy Thanksgiving again. For those of you who decided to look at my review on Resident Evil 3. Yes. Resident Evil 3 takes place in, well, September 28th, daylight. Yes, I said exactly what Jill said in the beginning. September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, she is still alive. Resident Evil 3. You start off with Claire, and ironically in this Resident Evil, when you start off on normal, when an explosion happens, you start off with an assault rifle, which I find very generous of Capcom to give you that as soon as you start. Because I'm like, I didn't see a rookie mode. Because, hold on, I'm adjusting my mic here. On Resident Evil 2, the DualShock edition, I didn't have that version. When I had the PlayStation, I had the regular Resident Evil 2. I still have the original Leon disc that I bought with my very first Resident Evil 2. But now I transferred to the, well, since my Claire disc was bad, and it got broke, well, someone took it. I don't know who, I don't know, basically, it's gone. The original PlayStation 1 Claire disc I own, gone. Basically, Resident Evil 2, now I play it on the GameCube, and it's easier for, well, I like the PlayStation it's the PlayStation. Can't complain. The GameCube, I just gotta get used to the controls, but then again, with Resident Evil, all you really need is maybe 4 buttons. Not counting the D-pad or thumbstick if you have it for the GameCube. All you need is the trigger to aim, and the A button or X button to shoot. And all you need to do is access your items, and rarely ever now and then pause. But anyhow, Resident Evil 3. You start off as Jill, you get blown through a wall, you get an assault rifle in normal mode. You could mow down every single zombie there. I do, because I just like to shoot. But then again, that comes with a consequence-ish, because oh, excuse me. Thanksgiving food, it's delicious. You get lots of limited machine gun ammo, and you get a shitload, literally shitload, of other weapons and ammo. And when you I say and a lot. I like going freehand, because if you plan this shit, no one's gonna go, well, it's kind of good to go plan because you have your pluses and your minuses listed to me. I like going off the top of my head because I like it, it's fresh, and really it doesn't feel staged. Resident Evil 3, after you fight the zombies in the first little beginning sequence, you hop over a barricade and you're like, oh shit, next thing you know, Jill's surrounded from all 3 sides. If you kill all the zombies on one side, one zombie magically respawns behind you. And you turn around and back up, go against this locked door, you shoulder bash your way through, and you sprint like hell. And when you open the map, you see where you started, and you see where you end up on this in this warehouse, and you see there's no connecting streets that took you from point A to point where you are now. And then you meet this one guy, you don't know his name until he dies and opens up the container. You go inside the container and you read his journal. I forget his name. It's something Di Eramo or something like that. It's some Italian sounding last name. But anywho, you grab a key, you leave the warehouse, you run around the little city area, and you meet up with Brad Vickers, since the first one. He's the pilot for the STARS team. Basically, when you run past this hallway in like the middle of an alley, Brad bursts through a side door, you see him take off running, and you see nothing but wall-to-wall zombies follow him. You just sit with the revolver, just popping heads off with the machine gun or the shot, you just mow them down. You go down in there, you grab lighter fluid, and down there with the lighter fluid, on normal mode, there's a shotgun, the cop's lap down there, so you get 2 shotguns, but really it's kind of retarded. But then again, it's a free shotgun. Yoink. Then you run out there, and then you run in the main drag. then you'll see a bar, but the door on the main street that goes down a set of stairs, there's the door right there to go into the bar. It's locked, so you have to go around to the alleyway. You run around the corner, there's zombies eating a dead zombie. You sit there and mow them down, and you got two choices. You can sit there and wait for that third zombie to get up because he gets up anyway, or you can just do what you gotta do and get him on the way back if you decide to make your run back through this way. What I do is I just make a little loop because I just want to kill him on the way back. And next to the bar, before you run that corner to them zombies, if you already beat the game once, you have this boutique key, which means you can change Jill's look from the tube top and miniskirt that everyone's seen in the Resident Evil Apocalypse movie, and that's how she starts off in Resident Evil 3, the game. You can change her to the girl who is the main character in Dino Crisis for the PS1, or Resident Evil 1 Resident Evil 1 Jill. Then after you come out there, and if you didn't kill that zombie, he'll be up walking around. You can just kill him, run around the back alley. Then you hear handgun shots. Run down that way. There's Brad. And I'm just basically doing like a quickie walkthrough for the beginning. After you rescue him from the bar, after you go into the bar, he's getting bit on by a zombie. You shoot the zombie. He gives a little epilogue saying he's after STARS members. You're like, what the hell does he mean? You grab that. You go grab a lighter. Fuse the lighter fluid with that. Run around the back alley. There's zombies behind a barricade. Kill all the zombies after the barricade falls. Light the thing on fire. Light the rope that bounced the door on fire. And you run past this hallway filled with two dogs. Then you're on the main drag of the city. You turn left after coming out that door. Well, which would be turning up, essentially. Then you're at the police station. Oh, you're at the RPD before the Umbrella Lab blew up underneath it. Yeah. Then you go inside. And as soon as you open the main gate, step in the main courtyard, you see Brad, he's basically dead. He's still walking and he's breathing and conscious, just that he is really fucked up. Anywho, you see Nemesis pop out of nowhere, pick him up, shove a tentacle through his face. He basically rapes his face, throws him to the side. Jill's like, oh my god, and now you see his stars come out of Nemesis' mouth. Then you go in the police station. You can choose to find him there. And you go in the police station. You have to grab an item to continue on through the city, because the city in Resident Evil is basically one giant puzzle. You got to find one item on one side of the city, go to the other side, find another item, and all the other BS to continue on through the game. But then later you meet a guy named Carlos, and he's part of the Umbrella Biohazard Control Service, UBSC or something. UBSC. And then you meet Nikolai and Mikhail. They're the last three remaining mercenaries. They go to the clock. You go to the clock tower after you activate the Charlie car for them. You fight the clock tower. Then you gotta go through the park and the cemetery. Then you're in another lab. And then a nuke is coming towards the city, and you're like, oh crap. Because now you know this place is being blown up on a huge scale. That was just basically a quickie of it, because I realized I rambled way too much on the beginning, and I don't like making two-part critiques. But that was kind of a lengthy beginning and a quick middle and an end for time factors. But Resident Evil, I do plan on making. Well, I do have a walkthrough for it. It's on my dad's computer, but they fragged his hard drive because it crashed, so I lost that. So I have to borrow Carista's camera again. She's a good friend of mine on YouTube's, and she lives near me. I'm gonna have to borrow her camera, redo my whole entire walkthrough of Resident Evil 3, and post that back up. And sometime in my life, finish Resident Evil 1 walkthrough for the PS1, even though I beat it for the DS, and now I don't want to. But yeah, Resident Evil 3, Capcom. Goodbye, very goodbye, and literally a sad goodbye to the zombies before they went to the Las Plagas and whatever form of the new diseases in Resident Evil 5. But yeah, this is Reveiw. I'll be doing Resident Evil 4 critique coming up in my next review. And for those of you who want a good game, Resident Evil 3, I suggest it. You'll enjoy it. And I'm out.